lads, and this is my Revenant Prime Steel Path build. If you're looking for great survivability plus some damage and fun factor, then this build is for you. And without further ado, let's get into this. Before we get started, let's have a quick refresher on Revenant. Revenant, like all Warframes, has 4 abilities, those being Enthrall, Mesmer Skin, Behave, and Dance Macabre. Enthrall works by putting enemies under a spell, and essentially turning them over to your side. Mesmer Skin covers you in sentient energy, essentially making you immune to damage. Behave allows you to take on a gaseous form, and if you pass through enemies, you are granted life. Steel for both shield and health. Finally, Dance Macabre acts as an AoE attack, shooting out lasers while you spin in the air. These lasers also have the added bonus of being able to adapt to enemy damage type weak. As you can see, I'm now on Steel Path. Now, this build primarily works thanks to Revenant's second ability, that being Mesmer Skin, as it essentially just gives you a immortality and immunity to all damage the way. Mesmer Skin works as it gives you a certain number of charges depending on your ability strength, and those charges redirect damage, thus giving you damage reduction. Now for this build, I primarily focused on Mesmer Skin, but I made sure not to leave out the rest of the abilities, as the rest of Revenant's abilities do have good synergy. For example, his first ability, Enthrall, is a very good crowd control, as it converts enemies over to your side, and if they end up dying, upon death they release a wellspring that infects more enemies around them, and then they get enthralled, almost like an infectious disease. Now, when it comes to Revenant, you shouldn't worry too much about his health. On my build I have no health mods, because he's just that tanky. If you are worried about your health dropping suddenly, don't worry, because Revenant third Behave just gives you life steal for both shield and health if you pass through an enemy. And when it comes to AoE damage, Revenant's got you covered with his 4th ability, Dance Macabre. And if you want to pack even more of a punch, just hold down your right trigger and the damage is multiplied. Dance Macabre. Keep in mind, however, it does drain more energy. To be honest, Revenant is just one of my favorite frames to play, because it just has everything you need, from crowd control to a AoE to good survivability, and a fun factor. There's really nothing Revenant is missing. I believe Revenant is one of the best frames in the game for anyone, really, for any play style and any player, since Revenant is a relatively easy frame to learn and to mod, since the abilities are pretty straightforward. I will say this, however, the base Revenant is a bit harder to get, since you can only get it by doing Eidolon bounties, which is why it is better to just get the Prime version. All in all, Revenant is a pretty good frame, and I highly suggest getting it. Onto the build itself. For the aura, I have Energy Cipher, then it's Streamline for ability, Efficiency, Augur Secrets for ability, Strength, Umbral Intensify for more ability, Strength Primed Flow for energy capacity, Transient Fortitude for more ability, Strength Blind Rage for more ability strength, and finally Primed Continuity for more ability duration. For the arcanes, it doesn't really matter, since I don't really use arcanes that much, and the arcanes I have on my Warframes are just there for show. And no, this build is primarily a zero former build, so that's why there is a mod slot that is missing. However, if you wish to fill it up, you can form a Revenant. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoy my content and want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below on any future builds you want to see next. And with that, I'm out.